because one, I wish that it would have already had existed for me. As far as prior to joining SHPA and prior to doing the things that I'm doing now, I wish that I could have had that workshop prior to saying yes to things, because again, I went in not being assured of myself, not feeling confident if this is where I really need to be, if the people really want me. So I think that would have boosted my confidence. I finally got there, but I think I would have got there a little bit quicker if it would have been available when I joined. So that's why I felt it was important, because I know how insecure and how I doubted myself when I first joined certain groups. So I didn't want those following me or those already in positions. I don't want anyone to feel that way. And so I think that's the biggest reason for me that I felt that it was important, and I hope that it can and will forever continue, and that it will grow beyond even what we currently have.
because there's lives out there just like how I was. And with this workshop, all that does is just make it grow.
I think it was important because sometimes you're at things and they tell you what they think lived expertise looks like, but they may have very limited knowledge on that. It might be something that was maybe when they had brief childhood housing instability, or it could have been something they experienced maybe 20, 30 years ago, or it could be they only talked to one person with lived experience or expertise, and they saw their view and what they shared within a meeting. I think it's getting to know that there's a lot of different ways that housing instability looks, and knowing that it is not all one size fit all, that it needs to be it needs to be looked at in the full spectrum.
To know when to hold and when to fold, as far as knowing your audience and knowing how to not overwhelm them with too much information and putting it into process.
Because of my lived experience and just by sitting down and learning their stories of how how they became homeless and how they gotten to this point in their lives. Everybody has a story to tell, but not everybody wants to sit down and really listen to their story. They just want to judge on it and put the stigma on it. And so the reason behind why I wanted to create it, because it takes the blinders and the stigma off of homelessness or off of anybody that's going through a trial or tribulations in their lives.